Denzel Washington, a name that echoes power, grace, and unwavering talent across generations. For decades, he's been the embodiment of excellence, a man whose performances have inspired millions, whose wisdom has uplifted hearts, and whose humility has made him one of Hollywood's most respected legends. But behind that confident smile and commanding voice lies a life touched by pain, sacrifice, and tragedy that few truly see. At 70, Denzel stands as both a symbol of greatness and a reminder of the price that often comes with it. Born into humble beginnings, he was shaped by discipline, faith, and the lessons of struggle. His journey to success wasn't easy. Rejection, doubt, and endless competition were constant companions. Yet, his determination and belief in purpose carried him forward, even when the world told him to stop. But as fame grew, so did the weight of responsibility. The spotlight that once celebrated him began to expose the cracks beneath the pain of personal losses, the toll of time, and the burden of expectations that never seemed to fade. There were moments when Denzel questioned everything: his faith, his purpose, even his legacy. The world saw the strong, composed figure on screen, but behind the scenes was a man grappling with the loneliness that fame often brings. The loss of loved ones, the passing of friends and mentors, and the quiet reflection of age all shaped a more introspective version of the icon we know. Yet, even amidst the heartbreak, Denzel Washington continues to rise not through fame or fortune, but through faith, resilience, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. His life is not a story of tragedy alone. It's one of endurance, transformation, and spiritual strength. Today, as he reflects on a legacy built over decades, Denzel reminds us that true greatness is not about awards or applause. It's about character, compassion, and the courage to keep going, even when the world stops watching. He may be 70, but his light still burns bright, guiding generations who look to him for hope and inspiration. If Denzel Washington's story touches your heart, honor his legacy, hit that like button, share his story, and subscribe, because his journey is a reminder that even in heartbreak, there is purpose, and even in pain, there is power. At 70, Denzel Washington's life tells a story that goes far beyond fame and fortune. It's one built on faith, family, and an unshakable will to rise above adversity. Many fans see him as the epitome of success, the actor who never fails to deliver, the man who carries himself with unmatched dignity, and the legend who has stood tall in a world that often tries to tear people down. But what many don't see are the battles he's faced quietly behind the curtain, the emotional struggles, the painful losses, and the moments when his strength was tested in ways the public could never imagine. Denzel's path to greatness wasn't paved with ease. Growing up in Mount Vernon, New York, he faced challenges that could have easily led him down a different road. His parents' divorce deeply affected him as a teenager, leaving scars that would shape the way he viewed love, loyalty, and family for years to come. But it was his mother's faith and discipline that gave him direction. She saw something in him long before the world did. She kept him grounded, reminding him that fame fades, but faith endures. That foundation would carry Denzel through every storm, from career uncertainty to personal pain. When his mother passed away in 2021, Denzel's world was shaken. She wasn't just his mother, she was his anchor, his counselor, his reminder to stay humble in success and strong in weakness. Losing her left a hole in his heart that success could never fill. In interviews, he's spoken about hearing her voice in moments of doubt, guiding him to stay true to who he is. That voice, that wisdom, continues to shape the man behind the legend. The world sees the awards, the speeches, the calm confidence, but what they don't see is the man who prays in silence before every role, who carries the weight of his faith like armor, and who has battled his own moments of fear and grief just like anyone else. At 70, Denzel Washington isn't just reflecting on his career. He's reflecting on the lessons of life, the importance of faith, family, and forgiveness. His journey reminds us that even those who seem unshakable have moments of heartbreak, but it's how they face them that defines their legacy. Denzel Washington's success didn't come overnight. It was forged through years of sacrifice, rejection, and an unwavering belief in something greater than himself. Before the fame, he was just a young man with a dream and a determination to make something of his life. He worked small jobs, faced countless auditions, and endured the sting of being told no more times than he could count. But each rejection only made him stronger, sharpening his focus and deepening his resilience. What kept him going wasn't fame or fortune, it was purpose. Denzel often says, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship," and his life embodies that truth. Every struggle he endured pushed him closer to the man he was meant to be. But even as Hollywood embraced him, Denzel never allowed the glitz and glamour to define him. While others lost themselves in fame, he stayed grounded, guided by his faith and family. Yet, beneath that calm exterior, Denzel faced private battles that few knew about. The pressures of fame, the long absences from home, and the emotional weight of constantly being in the public eye all took their toll. There were times when the balance between career and family seemed impossible, when the man known for strength on screen had to confront his own vulnerabilities off it. Through it all, his faith became his anchor. Every morning he prayed. Every night he gave thanks. He often said that everything he has, his talent, his success, his life, belongs to God. It's what helped him endure the heartbreaks, the losses, and the relentless pace of Hollywood. The passing of his mother left him with a void, but it also renewed his sense of purpose. He began focusing less on fame and more on legacy, mentoring young actors, speaking at universities, and using his platform to inspire others to walk in faith. Behind the Oscars and accolades is a man who believes that true success isn't measured by wealth or applause, but by how many lives you touch and how you use your gifts to serve others. At 70, Denzel's story is one of grace through pain, strength through struggle, and light through darkness, a powerful reminder that even the greatest among us have battles unseen by the world. As Denzel Washington reflects on his life at 70, he carries the weight of a career that has inspired millions and the quiet pain of sacrifices made along the way. For decades, he gave his all to the screen, shaping characters that reflected not only strength, but depth, vulnerability, and truth. Yet behind those powerful performances were moments of exhaustion, doubt, and personal loss. Denzel has often spoken about the loneliness that comes with fame, the way success can separate you from the world you once knew. "You pray for rain," he once said, "but you have to deal with the mud too." Those words reveal more than just wisdom. They hint at the struggles of a man who learned that blessings often come with burdens. The death of loved ones, the pressures of public expectation, and the never-ending demand to stay relevant have all left their marks. But Denzel has never let pain consume him. Instead, he has turned it into purpose, mentoring young actors, producing films that elevate truth and justice, and using his platform to inspire others to rise above hardship. Even as his body ages and the spotlight slowly dims, his faith shines brighter than ever. He knows that his legacy isn't written in awards or film credits, but in the lives he's touched and the truths he's spoken. His journey reminds us that greatness is not about perfection. It's about persistence, humility, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when life breaks your heart. So as we look at Denzel Washington today, older, wiser, still standing tall, we don't just see a Hollywood legend. We see a man who has lived, lost, and learned. A man whose tragedy and triumph are woven together in a story that continues to move and inspire the world. At 70, Denzel Washington stands as one of Hollywood's most respected figures, yet his life has been anything but easy. Behind the calm voice, the commanding presence, and the unshakable faith lies a man who has endured heartbreak, loss, and the heavy toll of fame. Denzel has always believed that success without purpose means nothing, and that belief was shaped through years of pain and reflection. There were times when the world saw him as untouchable, but in private, he wrestled with the same fears and doubts that haunt us all. Losing close friends and colleagues, seeing his body slow down, and realizing that time, the one thing we can never get back, moves faster than ever, have all left deep marks. He has often spoken about how fleeting life can be, and how important it is to live it with gratitude and grace. Even through heartbreak, Denzel continues to pour himself into his craft, delivering performances that speak to the soul, reminding the world that strength isn't found in perfection, but in perseverance. The tragedy of Denzel Washington is not one of failure, but of the human cost behind greatness, the sacrifices, the solitude, and the quiet moments when even the strongest heroes feel the weight of their journey. Yet, despite it all, Denzel keeps going, guided by faith, love, and the desire to leave something meaningful behind. So if his story moves you, take a moment to honor him. Subscribe, like, and share this video, because Denzel's life is more than a Hollywood story. It's a reflection of endurance, resilience, and the beauty of a heart that refuses to give up.